Sometimes the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, and you can see this in a lot of different places. Take, for instance, music. You take John and Paul and George and Ringo, all wonderful musicians in their own rights, but put them together and you have the Beatles, and you have revolutionized popular culture. Or take the fact that everybody has a circle of friends and basically everybody has the internet now, and you have created social networks and you have revolutionized the computing world. Or in 2013, Drew Conway proposed the combination of hacking skills, that's computer programming, and math and statistics, and substantive or topical domain expertise together give you data science, a new field that has revolutionized both the technology and the business world. And I want to talk a little more about why each of those three elements in the Venn diagram of data science are so important. First one, the hacking skills or computer programming. The reason that's important is because you have such novel sources of data. You have social media and social networks. You have challenging formats like the graph data from those social networks, or images or video that don't fit into the rows and columns of a spreadsheet. Or you have streaming data like sensor data or live web data that comes in so fast that you can't pause it to analyze it. All of these require the creativity that comes with hacking and the ability to work freely with what you have in front of you. Now, in terms of actual computer programming skills, there's a few things that are very useful in data science. The ability to work with a language like Python or R. These are programming languages that are very frequently used for data manipulation and modeling. There's C and C++ and Java. These are general purpose languages that are used for the back-end, the foundational elements of data science, and they provide maximum speed. There's SQL or SQL. That stands for Structured Query Language. This is a language for working with relational databases to do queries and data manipulation. And then there are packages you can use in other languages like TensorFlow. This is an open source library that's used for deep learning and that has revolutionized the way that data science is performed right now. And then there's the mathematical elements of data science. First off, there are several forms of mathematics that are particularly useful in data science. There's probability and linear algebra and calculus and regression. And I'll talk about some of each of these, but they allow you to do something important. Number one, they allow you to choose the procedures. You want to judge the fit between your question, which is always the first and most important thing, the data that you have available to you, and then you choose a procedure that answers your questions based on your data. And if you understand the mathematics and how it works, you'll be able to make a much better and more informed choice. And also, you'll be able to diagnose problems. Murphy's Law applies in data science as well as everywhere else, that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And you need to know what to do when the procedures that you've chosen fail, or they give sometimes impossible results. You need to understand exactly how the data is being manipulated so you can see where the trouble areas are and how to resolve them. And then the third area of Conway's data science Venn diagram is substantive expertise. This is each domain or topic area has its own goals, methods, and constraints. If you're working in social media marketing, you're going to have a very different set of goals and methods than if you're working in biomedical informatics. And you need to know what constitutes value in the particular domain you're working in. And finally, how to implement the insights, because data science is an action-oriented field. It's designed to tell you what to do next to get the most value, provide the best service that you possibly can based on the data that you have. So taken together, the hacking or programming, the math and statistics, and the substantive expertise are the individual elements or components, the parts that make up the larger than the sum whole of data science.